Messing a mess today. First up, like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. It's your boy Paul. So let's get down. Happy Thursday, y'all. So let's get down to the mess. So, baby, we got a couple of topics I just came to get through real quick. But first off, how y'all doing? But let's get into it. So I said these are the topics we're getting into today. It's a couple of them, but we got Miss Milong. I always pronounce her name wrong. Anyway, her and lyf Jennings. A little beef was going on. But let's get down to it. So her and lyf, I said, so Milong, ended up saying she was joking. I said, girl, no, you wasn't. Girl, you was not joking one bit about this man and his song. Must be nice. And everybody had to come through and let you know, girl, don't play with us. Don't play on our boy in his song. So she came back and stuff. The way, he was very nice about it, but he ended up doing a remix to her to one of her songs, baby. It was, I said, baby, that's what I'm talking about. I said, well, girl, you start something you couldn't finish. And she came back like, I apologize. It was just a joke. And, I'm sorry if it hurt your feelings and I'm just paraphrasing. But, since I apologize, I'm done with this. Good night. I said, no, you're not done. You're not done until he say you done. You should have never did that. It's like that wasn't a joke. I said, you've been doing a lot of things that kind of looking at you funny. It's just crazy. But that's what's going on there. And I said it was a little funny, little tip going back and forth. He gave it a little jokey joke. He played along with her for a little bit and then came in and had to come in and sing on her track on one of her songs and really show her who he was. But y'all let me know how you feel about it. Let's move on to the next. Let's get into the one and only Target. So they back, y'all. So they back again because the CEO then officially stepped down. He didn't step down because of that boycotting black folks been doing to him. They done lost $12.4 billion in profit. And then with the inflation going on, yeah, things ain't going so well. So he ain't gonna be getting his commission. He ain't gonna be making that good money he was making. You know how they CEOs today, they be making good bonuses before the end of the year. And so, that DEI, you canceled it because you're trying to make sure you satisfy the man in the White House. Because I forget, this company is already been built and successful. But you worry about a man in the White House and his opinion. You're not losing out on anything. You don't need him. I really don't get that. I don't get a lot of these corporations and what they're doing and getting rid of. As a majority of them, half of them, they got rid of them. We know. I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, Walmart didn't got rid of their program too. If I'm not mistaken, but who knows? Don't quote me. Allegedly, because I don't keep up with Walmart like that. But that's what's going on. He stepped down, and I'm like, sir, you got to do what you got to do. I said, yes. So who they gonna put in next? Because y'all not trying to solve the issue. Y'all not trying to get y'all customers back at all. Y'all not doing anything to do that. Y'all just sitting here and actually just saying y'all doing what y'all want to do, and it's what it is. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. But let's move on to the next, y'all. Let's get into the mess of the mess of the mess. We got foolery, and it coming from the, the judge that made a clear understanding in the order for the case, this child custody case that's going on between Haley Bailey and her baby daddy DDG. The judge, well, we know so far that the judge said they both are not allowed to post pictures of this baby. I said, thank God. No social media, anything. So I said, that means there would be no pictures, there'll be no videos, there'll be no streaming. I said, so what DDG gonna do to make his money? Because that boy was making money off that baby. I think he made more money off the baby than she did. I said, please. He made sure that baby was on camera with him when he streamed. So let's see how this gonna work. Thank God that the judge did put that in place. That neither one can actually put this baby up anymore. Cause I'm tired of the baby. I said, let the baby live a normal life. Ain't got to be in the public. Cause that's the problem with a lot of celebrities. They want everybody to see their kid. But then when their kids get caught up in this so-called celebrity paparazzi cycle, it end up hurting your kids. And I don't think they realize that. Or they wait till they realize at the last minute and it's too late. But thank God the judge stepped in and did something right. But I don't know what else. They didn't tell us anything else about what's going to go on with the case. Who getting who? Is she going to get full custody or not? I don't know. But let's sad note, because of this, one of his friends came out and said she been lying. She made up them lies about him. I said she didn't. I said I don't believe she made up a damn lie about that man at all. Y'all always trying to cover for him. And I said the antics and stuff that he does proves that what she said there's some truth in it. But let's move on past that. Let's get into the last thing that I got up, and it was Miss the one and only Monique. She was on the Outlaws with my girl T.S. Madison, baby. And so let's bring this up. Let's do a little better one. Okay, that'll do. I'm over on the side, y'all. So, so they did it. She was on the Outlaws, where she ended up at doing the interview. She ended up this part of the interview. She explained that Tyler Perry, everybody is up in all world like she need to move on from this Tyler Perry stuff. And I said she don't. Because she said 12 years was taken from me. My career, my family. And she went, I need to be compensated. I need a public apology. And I need to be paid. And to that, and it has to be on a public platform. Until that happens, I'm going to be on that neck. And I said, I got no problem with it. I have no problem with it. And she said, I'm not the only person that he has done. She went, I know I'm not the only person that he has done this to, because it was too simple for him to just do that. I got him on tape. Saying it was wrong. Her whole thing with him and Oprah Winfrey was, they lied on her. And I said, it's true. And I said, some people want her to move on up from this, but I said, she don't. I said, y'all are not. I said, at the end of the day, y'all not in her shoes. Y'all can never be in her shoes. Y'all have not worked your ass off to the point where you are a comedian, actress, play a role that got you an Oscar. And we all know when you win an Oscar, baby, the real money and roles start rolling in. And that all will stop because she would not go overseas to promote a movie. When she said, I can't do that. I'm spending time with my family. Either you compensate me or I'm not doing it. And they wouldn't compensate her. That's a little backstory of it. But I don't have a problem with Monique speaking on it. This is her truth. We synced it. And just want her to move on about it. I said, you ain't lose out. That's like ain't none of us lost out on anything. But she did. She did. Her career was tainted for a long time. Long time. And it's sad. But I'm glad to see her back on her feet, back doing what she do. She just needs to just keep working hard. And like she said, she ended up saying if you don't he don't apologize for it here on earth, he'll have to, pay for it in the afterlife. I said, that's true. I said, that's 100% true, because you're going to have to pay for the bad things you have done to people that you have not fixed. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about the situation. Like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. It's your boy, Paul. Thank y'all for tuning in. I will get back at y'all. Hold up. Let me get that a little bit better. I'll get back at y'all later.